Good day, everybody. I don't know what time it is for you, but it's in the morning here in Canada. As a follow-on for my post that I did yesterday about the darkness, I was in the shower this morning, and another new awareness came up. How many times have you been the darkness for someone else? How many times has someone seen you as evil or a bitch or a asshole or a person that abuses, and you were the only responding to your own traumas, your own abuses, your own energies? How many of the things that we do to other people are framed from past experiences, what we were taught by our parents, abuses as a child? How many of those things show up when you're in relationship with another person and they frame and jade and twist your perception of that other person? And then add on the fact that we attract vibrationally similar people into our lives so that we can heal and move through these things. So when we're angry and we're wounded and we're in our victim, we maybe attract victimizers. Maybe we attract people that know no better and can only interact with people at a trauma level of one of poking or hurting or taking those things. So when you start to see that our abusers or those people that we're breaking up with or hating or call assholes or whatever also have trauma, also have things going on in their life that they more than likely haven't shared with you, that haven't talked about, that we see as dark. What happens if we look inside ourselves and we have some of those same things? We now look at it in a bit of a softer light. Oh, that's my wound and that's me or whatever. But then do we project those wounds on other people? Because now sometimes you'll go into an experience with a person and you'll feel this huge energy that doesn't even belong to the situation. That's actually our trauma coming out, some past experience with someone, and that darkness will come out. How did that other person receive that? It's like, holy shit, this energy is way stronger than I expected. Oh, there must be darkness in that person, or they must have a demon in them or something. What if some of the darkness that we're calling darkness is actually our unresolved emotion, trauma, anger, frustration, fear, doubt, all these things, and it's being projected on another person, and it's so dense, and it's so unhappy, and it's so afraid, it looks like a demon attacking, or whatever. Do we even really know if that was demon, or that's just all these unresolved traumas from all these people? And guess what? We're carrying our traumas from our parents. We're carrying traumas up our lineage line that we're carrying the energy of, and it can look like darkness. It can look so dense, so afraid, so angry, whatever. It can appear and be projected to another person, sometimes to harm them. But I'm going to tell you the real truth. It's not to harm them. It's to shine light into what's going on for them. If you have a resonating fear, trauma, anger, frustration with another person, there's this beautiful opportunity when you get triggered to own it, to sit there and say, okay, I'm feeling this. I'm really freaking triggered. A whole bunch of old energy is showing up. I don't know what to do with it, but you're a person I trust, I've been intimate with, I've been happy with. I would like to open a container that we can discuss it. And I'm going to tell you, 9 times out of 10, in my experience, opening that container and being vulnerable and discussing something that is scary as hell and is traumatic, you're going to share it and they're going to say, holy fuck, that's the same as what happened to me. My dad did this and my sister did that or whatever. And you're going to start to see there's a synergy, there's a vibrational match of what you're trying to look at in that other person. And this perfectly held container, in this world, we've been taught to lash out, scream, victimize it, run away from having an opportunity to discuss it. So this very person that we spent all this time being intimate with, loving, sharing time with, we can't even look at each other's darkness because we've got such a shield up. We've got a mask on that says, oh, I'm not safe unless I be this good little girl or good little boy or whatever. What if that darkness is coming up so that we can heal? What if that darkness is us being mirrored back at us? And we hate it so much because we know it's true, but we run away from it and we'll smash that mirror and smash the person holding it, call them names, yell and scream, and run away from what we saw. And then we're terrified. It's like, holy fuck, that was dark. I'm going to kill myself or I'm going to hurt someone or whatever. There's so much rage, so much emotion. What if we need to heal that? What if it's coming up so that it can be let free so that we can finally be ourselves again? We've been beat to hell with how bad we are, how we're not doing well, how we didn't follow our parents, how we didn't follow the rules, how we didn't meet societal expectations, how we're a slut, a gigolo, whatever terms that are used in this world that just make us ashamed of who we are. Those trigger points are our pot boiling over. And if you can learn some tools to simmer the pot and to sit with it and stare at it, put some hot mitts on instead of fucking burning your hands, magic happens. Because those are the very things that make us not okay with who we are, take our happiness away, take our dreams away, and curse us. So look inside. Start to see what's dark actually has a purpose. It's opening, it's poking, it's simmering. And if we can see it as such rather than an attack, we can start to open our pot. We can start to see what's underneath. We can see what's unconsciously reacting and start to make change. And that darkness will show up in ways that you will see as light someday, but at that time, they'll just know right how to niggle and go right in underneath your armor and start to pull it away, and you'll be just like, do not touch my armor, but you hate yourself because of that armor. So is it a gift in a way that we can't understand it? It is. And when we start seeing darkness, and I'm not talking about yesterday, like I said, malevolence and evil and all this kind of stuff, that's when your armor and your pain and your suffering gets so bad that you lose control and it just turns into this slithering blackness. But if you're venting and it's showing up, you're nowhere near that. You're going to go in and look at this shit and you're going to become something shiny and new. Your armor, your metal is getting burned in the fire to remove all the dross, all the impurities, all the things that no longer serve you so that you can be free, so that you can be more light, so you can chip off all that rock and all that crunchy stuff that's on the outside of the metal and see a shiny blade of who you are. Of the light, watch the light shine off it like Excalibur's sword. It just shimmers in the sunlight. That's us. That's what we're supposed to be. And you just picked up a whole bunch. Imagine you took that sword and you dipped it in concrete and let it dry and you did it 1,500 times and it's as big as a fucking mountain. Pull Excalibur's sword out of all the muck and be you. So, this is a hard concept. It's not small because it means giving up all the things we've been holding on to, all the victimnesses and all the things that define us as bad or not good enough or ashamed or whatever, but there's gold underneath. So take a look, see what you see, feedback in this channel and talk about it. And finally, I'm thinking about doing a free live webinar to discuss how to deal with triggers and how to stand in this space of looking at our darkness and start to look underneath. So if you're interested in that, put it in the notes at the bottom and I'll try and have something set up soon. Love you all. Hopefully this helps get some clarity and frees you. Wishing you a good day. Loving you all. Talk soon. Bye.